Friends, welcome back. Sharon Burns here, vibrantaging.life. Again, www.vibrantaging.life, L-I-F-E. So this is part 2 of my 3 parts spinal lengthening. And last time, if you were able to see the first video, we talked about simply lengthening, not stretching. And I demonstrated a rubber band, or in this case, a TheraBand, has its full length or its longer stretched out length. What we'd like to do to keep our spine safe is to find our natural length any given day before we stretch it. And again, to find that natural length before we strengthen. If you think of dogs and cats, they come up from the floor and they walk back and they do stretch one direction and then the other direction. We're going to lengthen before we stretch in 2 directions. I brought a chair with me this time because some of us don't necessarily have the appropriate kinds of surfaces to work with. So to review what we learned last time, you can place your hands on a surface that is not going to move, so my chair is on a sticky mat. I'm going to find neutral spine. I'm holding on, so this isn't a balance exercise. Once we bend our knees, we get length in the spine. We're working with gravity when we're in neutral. So we never, never, never want to lock out our knees. We're going to walk back and then find what works for us today. So maybe this is as far as I go. And if my shoulders aren't happy, I'm going to not try to go lower, which puts strain on my shoulders. And when I walk forward, I do the opposite. Notice how I've turned my palms forward? And you can even press down on your chair or your surface and lift up. Just let your heart space shine out. Okay? So that's one way of getting your first lengthening of the day. We're going to say that I've done this a few times. I've done my 3 lengthenings and walking in and taking my upper body back bend. This time I want to add a little bit more traction. So I'm going to demonstrate over here because I have further space to walk back. My hands are going to be on a support level that works for me. I'm going to find neutral and I'm lengthening, seeing if there's a little bit more length available now since I've already done 5 of these. And I'm coming to my comfort level. So yours might be here. Right now I'm fine to lengthen out as I am. I'm looking straight down at the floor. My feet are about hip distance apart. I have softness in my knees, length in my spine. I'm pressing down on my support surface and beginning to pull a little bit further away. Not a lot, and I'm not locking out or straightening completely my knees. Bend, step it forward, lengthen the upper back, the thoracic spine, and don't forget to keep breathing. So without my hands on that surface, I'm going to show you, I was pressing down as I was pulling back. And that's what gives the extra length or a slight bit of stretch, healthy stretch. Remember, if you have a disc problem, osteoporosis, osteopenia, you might want to talk to your physician first. But I have found, after 14 years of working with clients, that this simple lengthening has been very beneficial. Client after client after client. Everything can be modified to better meet your individual needs. And I will be happy to help you. You can call me, Sharon Burns, area code 513-658-1952, or fill out the contact form, www.vibrantaging.life. Thank you for being here. Next time, we'll add just a little tiny bit of movement in our hips.